All right, today we are back on third gen content. Today we are going to be doing boost auto mirrors. I've had these since February, I think, and I just haven't had time to put them on. So I do have the tow mirrors on these. These are manual fold, and there's of course no blinkers in them. So we'll be doing an unboxing of them and show you what all comes in the kit. And it's a pretty simple install. You got to pull door panels off, run a few wires. It plugs into the factory connector, and there's only three, I think it's 10mm bolts that hold it on. So let me show you what's in the box, and then I'll show you how to remove the door panels. Okay, so we have the one side mirror out. This one's still in the actual box. I think that is the left-hand side for the driver's side. So here's the wiring harnesses and everything that comes with it. I don't believe we're gonna have to use these. I'm gonna have to make sure. I think these are only if you have like dual action lights, like running light and a blinker. With these only being a blinker, I think we're just gonna have to use these to tap into the wiring harness up front. But I'm gonna check on that. So these are, I would like to eventually get a smoke cover for that, but here's where their harness plugs into. There's the factory harness, and then let me get this mirror flipped around. These are of course fourth gen style mirrors, so the actual glass and everything on them is the same as a fourth gen, so it's different than a third gen. And then of course these are heated and they're power. So let me work on starting to take the door panel off, and then we'll show you how we run the wiring. So we're gonna work on the passenger side. There is a Phillips screw up there. There's a Phillips screw there. Behind, you gotta lift the door handle partially. I don't think you're gonna be able to see. There's a 10mm that holds the door handle on. And down here, you're supposed to have two screws, which mine are missing both. So once you take the Phillips out, and then I'll show how to actually lift the door up. Just be careful around that so you don't break it. Okay, so once the door panel is off, there's a bolt there, there's one there, and then over here. You can see that little tiny white tab right next to my finger. Whenever you unbolt this, that has to be pushed in whenever the mirror comes out, so you don't break it. And then of course, you'll have to peel this back just a little tiny bit because you're gonna need it to run the wiring anyway. But we're gonna run the wiring probably through that grommet, and then it will go down and through the door that way. Let me work on getting that off, and then we can mount the new one up. All right, so it is mounted up. So what I was talking about, the glass being different. That's fourth gen style, there's third gen style. Also, I've noticed the boost auto mirror is actually a lot longer, which should be nice. I never run with them up, but let me show you. We'll get into the wiring part. I'm gonna probably hook both of these up, and then we'll figure out the wiring after they both get mounted. Super easy install, and it looks a whole lot better. So both passenger side and the driver's side mirror are mounted. Up next, before the door panel actually goes back on, sorry it's loud, we got the heater going. You wanna plug your factory connector back into there. Well, let me get a light. It just plugs directly back into there. And then the harness that they supplied right there will plug into there. And I went ahead and already removed the kick panel. As you can tell, it just clips in there and will also clip in there. We are gonna have to remove the clip there so we can get the wire fed through the door, but the rubber grommet on the door itself just pops up, and then you need a pick for that part. I think there's clips on each corner of it, and then let me get that off first, and then I'll show you what it actually looks like, and we'll fish the harness through there. All right, so once you've run it up through the oval there, I went ahead and taped it to the factory harness, and I left a little bit of slack just in case we needed it. Of course, this grommet here, it's pretty tight to get out. I still have to run the wire hanger through this, and then this plug right here has 4 clips on, hold on a minute, sorry, let it focus. 4 clips on each corner. you have to disengage those in order to pull that out. And then once this comes out, you have to disconnect the white and black plug, and then actually disconnect the plugs from this part of the door jamb harness. And then what you got to do is fish there through, and then you can wire everything in. So I'm gonna go ahead and have that disconnect. I'll show you what it looks like, and then we'll run the wire inside of the cab. Okay, so once the black and white harness is unhooked, go ahead and pull the grommet off this plastic piece, and you'll be able to, hold on a minute, let me move that back. You'll be able to see down in there, there's a little white clip, and that's how you pull these plugs out of this little black plastic piece. Like I said, we still got to run the wire through this boot, and then we can hook it all back up. And then I think, since the door panel is actually done, I think I'm going to put that back on, and then I'll work on routing both of these once at least this part is done. Okay, so up to this point, of course, we fished the wire through there. It is now through the door jamb. Over here, there's a lot of connectors and everything that you have to unhook, and then you can fish it through the body. So the goal is to hide this wire up underneath the dash, and we're gonna fish it across behind the cup holders and connect it on the other side. So I'm gonna work on the driver's side. This is pretty much stuff you don't need to see. This is just easy stuff. It's just running wire. There's no right or wrong way, however you want to do it, cleanest way possible. So as soon as this wire gets connected up there and this little piece of foam, I guess it's sound deadener, once that's connected, I'm probably going to put the door panel back on this side, and then put the driver's side back together, and then it should be ready to run the wires underneath the in the engine bay, and we'll connect it to the headlights. So this side is all put back together, and I went ahead and wiped down the door panel. Just a quick wipe down. It was kind of dirty. However, here's all the wiring and everything there. Everything's put back together. And let me go grab the light real quick, and I'll show you what the wiring. I don't know if I can see it up under here without a light. You can kind of see the blue wire right here, and it runs right there. So we ran it up underneath there, and I'll show you what the other side looks like. So once you actually get the wires both run through the engine bay, pretty much your choice of where you want to, and then you have to neatly route the wires. I had trouble finding this. So my mirrors are strictly only turn signals. They're not runners or none of that. It's just turn signals. I had trouble finding the wiring diagram online because the instructions on Boost Auto's page, they just pretty much send you to a YouTube video. So with a basic mirror setup like that I have, the one that you're going to want is pin 1, which is a white wire with a light green marker on it. So that's the one that you actually T-tap into, and then the blue wire that you've run through the engine bay goes to this other side. I've crimped this, but I need to take the heat gun to it so it shrinks that. But other than that, ignore that. That's for the Alpha Rexes. Pretty much you repeat the other side. I have to adjust I've been wanting to do this for a while, just haven't had time. I need to adjust my driver's side headlight up anyway, so it's kind of good that it had to come out. But pretty much do the same thing with the other side. Just make sure it's pin 1 of the wiring harness, and then I will show you a video of just this side because the other side's not done yet. But like I said, it's the same process and all. So let me finish this side up real quick, and then I'll throw my Alpha Rex headlight back in, and I'll show you what it looks like. I do kind of wish I'd have got the daytime runners. They look really, really cool, but it is extra wiring. Like, I hate having all this extra wiring in the truck, but definitely looks good. I can't wait to see what they look like whenever I am towing or anything with them. But as far as looks and fitment, you cannot beat Boost Auto. They are, if somebody else has better mirrors, I'd be surprised. So let me finish this up, and I'll show you what it at least looks like with the Alpha Rexes, and I think I definitely want to get the smoked mirror cap for this, just because it'll match the taillights and the headlights on this truck. So give me a second, let me finish this up. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Like I said, this is just the turn signal only. I definitely think I want smoked, but I'm really happy with these. Overall, the install was really easy. Probably the most tedious part is just making sure that the wiring and everything is neat, but it's not a hard process by any means. So let me turn them off. I think these also flash whenever you unlock the truck too. Yeah, they do. So, not sponsored by them, but if Alpha Rex would like to sponsor one of our vehicles, we're definitely for it. These are hands down the best headlights that I've ever had. So we are working with Boost Auto. If you watch my brother's truck video, he did the end cap mirrors on his. So I bought these before my brother was working with these, just because of the quality of these mirrors. So I've had these since my wife bought these probably back in February, and I just haven't had a chance to install them. So now that I finally have installed them 8-10 months later, they look really good on the truck. I'd like to get them taken off and painted to match the truck. So but this is going to wrap this video up. Like I said, they are highly recommend them. I can't wait to actually have a trailer behind these, because I've heard they're better to tow with than the factory mirrors. But if you guys got any questions or comments, go ahead and comment below, subscribe, like, and thanks for watching.